Hi, this is Sam here with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 24th of January. And the FTSE trying to inch towards the area of the 50 and 200-day moving averages there, around 75.65, making rather difficult work of it, even though we are slightly up on the day today. We're in that rising trend channel from back in August. The floor of the channel there is 74.20. While we're above that, we're looking for the 75.65 area and the moving averages. And obviously after that, hoping for the top of that rising trend channel at 7,800 by the end of next month. If we do break down and break 74.20, we've got the risk of the door being opened down to not only 7,300 and the old October support, but actually an old August support line projection to 71.80. But at the moment, the market rather dead, and so probably projecting it too far in any direction is going over the top. Moving on to the DAX, and here we've finally broken this December resistance line there. That was around 16,600. Above that, we're looking for obviously a retest of last month's resistance at 17,000. Ultimately up to 17,800 by the end of next month, which is the top of that rising October trend channel. So the DAX in a totally different world to the FTSE at the moment. Moving along to the Dow, and here a bit of jiggery-pokery either side of the 38,000 level, but still looking pretty good there for the Dow, with the floor of that channel around 37,500. It's 37,500. Above that, looking for up to 39,300 by the end of next month. Worst case at the moment, probably a test of 37,000, which is basically support for the market, or was support for the market from the middle of last month. Moving along to Bitcoin, and here this is the weak link at the moment, even weaker than the FTSE, I suppose. But so far the bounce there around 38,600, that tied in with our was one of our levels really, that the market would then test old November resistance as new support. So that has happened so far. If we can get a decent end of day close back above 40,000, I think that would give the bulls the idea that we could at least head back to 43,000 and the 50-day moving average. Still a bit of a movable feast in terms of that rising trend channel from the back in August. If this is the bottom of the channel, it would actually not be a bad look for Bitcoin. Moving on to gold, where we were hoping and had been hoping that we can get a breakthrough 2050. End of day close through 2050 could give us a move up to 2100 over the next couple of weeks. Ultimately, we're looking for as high as 2160 by the end of next month, at the top of that rising trend channel from back in March last year. Moving along to the stocks, and a few obscure ones here. First one is Airea, as spelled funny. Here we've got a bear trap rebound from below the 50-day moving average. That's rising, and that's normally a decent signal. An end of day close through a rising 50-day line, looking for 36 pence, while we're above the latest gap around 24 pence. So rising trend channel base on Airea at the moment. On to Audioboom, where the rug was pulled after a good update from the company, which is not out of line with the rather strange antics that's been associated with this company fundamentally. Here we bounced off the 200-day line around £2.30, looking for an end-of-day close back above the 50-day moving average of £2.48 to then reinstate a move back to £3 plus. Obviously the peak the other week as high as £3.45. But it'd be nice to see if this market stays above the 200-day line on an end-of-day close basis. Moving on to Blackbird, which seems to be taking off at the moment. We've had a falling wedge break. We broke the 50-day moving average, which is now rising, so that gives us the suggestion that the shares can hit 12 pence by the end of next month. Obviously, we've got that product launch looming as well by the end of the quarter, so that also helping the cause. But above 6.5, and the 50-day line looking for 12 or 13 pence on Blackbird. The next stock is ExchangeXR, and here looks like we're trying to fill that gap there, which is actually up to the 2 3/4 pence area. But the news at the moment is that we've held support at 2 1/4 pence, and above that looking for up to 3 3/4 pence by the end of next month. It's a punchy call, but just a sign there that could happen. Moving on to gold and metal, where you can see everyone and their mothers claiming credit for the rise in the shares towards our initial target there at 12.5 pence. In fact, after that, we're looking for up to 16 pence by the end of next month. Obviously, the company had a presentation at First Equity last week. That helped the cause, no doubt. At least in terms of support, we've got support on the just under the 10 pence level, which was the initial December resistance and has been the support over the last week. But the gap higher makes this look quite a significant move for the shares after the golden cross that we had in the middle of the month, which is also quite appropriate. Moving on to stock which doesn't have really very much to hang your hat on at the moment, but apart from the spike, Grit. And here we've broken through the 200-day line at 1.25 pence and recent post-September resistance above the 200-day line, looking for 2.25 pence, 2.25 pence, hopefully as soon as the end of next month, or perhaps much sooner than that. But the key here is staying above 1.25 pence, big spread notwithstanding. Moving along to Marula, and here you can see that it could be third or fourth time lucky, breaking 14 pence. We're still looking for 20 pence by the end of next month, backed by a rising 50-day moving average, and in fact the golden cross that we had for the shares last month. Only back below the 200-day line at 11 pence, really delaying the upside scenario for the shares. On to stock which doesn't get much coverage here or anywhere else, Ondine. Here it also looks as though the shares are finally turning around. It obviously goes with that kind of biotech revival that we've had for the start of 2024, and breaking 10.5 pence, looking for 14 or 15 pence by the end of next month. I'd like to see the shares stay on the right side of the 50-day line, just above 9 pence. If gold and metal is going up, then so should power metal, because I think from memory from that presentation last week at Gold and Metals broker, the power metals has 61% of gold and metal. So shares up 3% today. They should be up much more probably, and a break of 0.93 pence could take the shares up to 1.25 pence by the end of next month, backed by that rising 50-day moving average and RSI 50 rebound. Another relatively obscure name coming up next, RTC Group. Couldn't resist it because we're in a very steep rising trend channel here from July. Top of the channel heading for £1, and we're looking for that by the end of next month, while we're above the floor of the channel there, currently around 63 pence. Stock to mull over in the near term is Strategic Minerals, which looks like it's finally on its way. We had a bear trap gap reversal and just need it to nudge through 0.17 or 0.18, I suppose, on a mid-price basis. Above that, we're looking for 0.25 by the end of next month. But that bear trap gap reversal, a very strong signal, and they normally work. Another in the Jason Brewer stable is Shuka, and here bouncing off the floor of that rising trend channel again. Looking for the shares to hit up to 18 pence by the end of next month, which is the top of that rising trend channel from the beginning of last year. Only well below 8 pence now, delaying the upside scenario there. Finishing off with Westminster Group, which has had a decent recovery, bear trap gap reversal there in November, and I'm sure we've been talking about it ever since. The next excitement here is the golden cross between the 50 and 200-day moving averages today, and also the gap close buy signal that we had yesterday at 1.6 pence. That's already 0.1 pence in the money, and we're looking for up to 2 pence by the end of next month, maybe even more than that, given the golden cross and the bear trap gap reversal that we've had. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.